Hey guys, Yeti here. Gonna do a few modifications on the trusty KTM behind me. These are actually modifications that have been a long time coming. I'm a pretty tall guy, I'm 6'3", and the riding position on that bike's a little bit small for me. Right out of the gate I ordered this tall seat from Enduro Engineering, makes a big difference. But I've really been needing to get a different set of foot pegs and taller handlebar risers for a long time. And I don't know what took me so long. I've had this bike for well over a year now. But I finally got around to doing it. So I got these Fasst. These are actually adventure bike pegs. And they're quite a bit bigger than the factory pegs. I'll do a comparison once I get one of them off. And they've got this elastomer. Let me put this one down. They've got this elastomer right here in orange. I'm trying to get it so you can see it on the camera. There you go. Well, that thing is kind of like, I'm not sure what the material is. It feels like polyurethane. It's not super hard, but yeah, it feels like polyurethane. And so that'll help adjust, absorb some of the vibration from, you know, the trail and stuff. And also these cleats are adjustable. There's actually an Allen head inside there. See if I get those up close, see if it'll focus on them. No, don't look like it's going to focus. There you go. That's a little better. But they've got a little Allen head in there, and you can unscrew them and make them longer if you want to. Now, they're not sharp and pointy like factory pegs are, or even some other aftermarket pegs. But for my purpose, I think they're going to work out just fine. I'm not that, you know, I'm not a hardcore rider. I don't really do a lot of super technical stuff. So it should be fine for me. On top of that, I got these tall handlebar risers from Tusk. They are, I think they're 1.2 inches taller. Yeah, it says 1.125". So they just go underneath the handlebar, right? You can see, yeah, right here on the triple clamp, the handlebar clamp. You just take this part off, pull the handlebar up, slide this piece underneath, bolt it back down, and it'll raise the bar up 1.125". So that should help me out tremendously. Between the two modifications, it should open up my cockpit a good, probably close to 3 inches. Also, it's worth noting that my handlebars are in the factory set spot. There's still at least one, maybe two more holes that I can move them forward. So first I'm going to try it with just these bar risers and see how I like it. And if I feel like it's not open enough yet, I'll move them forward too. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust this camera, get my tools out, and I'll set up a time lapse so that you guys can actually see this happen. Before I change these pegs out, just wanted to point out the cool new frame guards that I got a couple of weeks ago. I actually put those on. I forgot to film it, but it's super fast. It just literally took like 5 minutes to do both of them. But these things are cool, and they're real grippy right here. My brother's got them on his bike, and he says you actually notice a difference with them when you squeeze the bike with your legs. It actually holds on better. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that works out too. So there you go. There's the finished product. Looks pretty cool. Does this whole thing. I'll tell you what, those factory KTM cotter pins are no joke. Took my big diagonal cutters and a whole lot of muscle to get them bad boys off of there. The Fasst Company replacement cotter pins,
They come with a kit. They're substantial, but they're definitely not as beefy as the ones that KTM puts on here. Anywho, I'm going to get the other side done off camera, and then I'll move on to the bar riser install. Okay guys, I don't know if the camera's picking this up or not. I'm going to try to zoom in a little. But right in here, you see I kind of mangled it up. Part of that is just me being impatient. But I'm not going to lie, these are a bit of a challenge getting on and off of here. I actually broke 2 pairs of dikes trying to get the original factory KTM cotter pin off, and it's pretty beefy. There's a shard of it right there if the camera will focus. But let me show you the tips of those things. Let me just set it down right there. There we go. And so yeah, I broke the tip off of that pair of diagonal cutters, and that one there as well. Turns out they are both Harbor Freight specials, so I'm not too upset about it. Now that I did it, I remembered where I got those, or when I got those. It was working on another project and we needed a pair of diagonal cutters, and Harbor Freight was the closest place to us, so we went to them and got them and went back here and got the job done. But I guess I'm going to have to pony up for some decent ones. Anywho, I'm going to throw this frame guard back on, and then I'll just move on to the bar clamps.